Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. In the last video, we did a review of the Koch Chemie PW, or protector wax. Not very impressive at all to me, but I did remember a product that's kind of similar, used in a similar way. The SO03, which is a sealant compared to a wax. So let's compare the two. Let's put the two on one panel and we'll see the difference. And from what I remember, this did do a lot better when I tested it. Let's get to work. The Koch Chemie SO03 is a foam sealant, and the PW is a protective wax, but they both are sprayed onto the wet surface of your vehicle after a fresh wash when it's clean, and then dried with a towel. Now, instead of a wax, this is a polymer sealant. Polymer sealants normally do a little bit better. I want to see both of these on this panel side by side, and we'll play with it after they're both down. On this side from here over, I do have the protector wax, so I'm going to cover this side, as you remember from the last video. If not, revert back to that. And you will also see the results we got from the PW, the protector wax. Gonna just quick give you a spoiler. It wasn't very impressive. So on this side where there's no protection at all, let's apply the SO03 and look at the differences of their characteristics. We'll start with this side. So it has to be wet. It's dry right now. Let me wet it down. It is clean. That will represent a freshly washed vehicle. While it's still wet, either out of a foam gun, foam cannon, or just a pump sprayer, get it on the surface, let it dwell a little bit, rinse it off. As the water hits it, it'll activate it, spread it out, then dry it with a drying towel. You can see how that activates and turns it into like a frothy substance. Grab the drying towel. Really, the only huge difference I felt when I reviewed this by itself was a little bit of slickness wiping it off compared to the other side, but it was minimal. Now, let's flip this. Flip this around. Put it on this side. We'll do the same thing on this side using the SO03, and the only difference between the two in dilution ratio, one is 150 to 1, the other one is 200 to 1. So just very slight differences, and you can adjust that depending on your environment. But while the vehicle's still wet, by the way, this panel has been prepped, cleaned. I clean the slate every once in a while because this is a test panel and I have to clean the slate, get it back to clean clear coat, and that has been done. And after the correction, I used a panel prep. And the protector wax does foam just like that, by the way. And we will dry that with a drying towel. Feels a little bit slicker over here as well. All right, let me get this plastic off and then we'll tilt the hood forward. Once again, we have the PW over there, we have the SO03 over here, and from what I remember, it was a little while ago that I tested that, but it was a lot easier to tell where we had that as protection. Oh yeah, huge difference. Look at that. Let me get you closer for a better look. Protector wax. Sealant, wax, sealant, and the definitive line all the way down through. Huge difference. I would take that sealant anytime over the PW. Just get that out of there. By the way, the sealant's not going to wash off anytime soon, even though it's just a simple spray-on, rinse-off product. It does well to complement and maintain a ceramic coating or polymer sealant or any protection you have on your vehicle. And then I would just repeat this process, spraying it on after a wash, maybe every other wash, every third wash, and you'd be good to go for protection. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. It's going to do it for this video. Clear winner was the sealant, the spray and rinse sealant. I don't know why they thought they would need a second one. I would just put that to the side. If you're looking at a wax, look for a Montana wax. I don't care where you get it from. There are quite a few examples of products with Montana wax in them. I don't mind the extra work of wiping it off, putting it on, wiping it off like a tin wax. It doesn't have to be a spray and rinse, but if it's going to be a wax, Montana waxes, which are extracted from brown coal, give you much, much better protection with higher temperature and abrasion threshold, give you that dripping wet look, and it's just satisfying to apply to your vehicle. But that'll do it with this comparison today. If you have anything to add, down in the comment section. This is Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning, and I'll catch you in the next video.